All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting a little bit different to Dutch baby recipe, how to make Dutch baby German pancake. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I think we already surpassed the 4,000 subscribers. Sometimes it goes up and down, so we're right there in the middle, kind of undecisive, I would say, record. So hopefully we can just get better there. We're going to simply jump in. Let's see what's going on.
Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com with Dutch babies. That's right, unlike actual babies, these are not annoying to have at your table at a restaurant. In fact, quite the contrary, you want to be seated next to these. And for a breakfast or brunch item that looks as impressive as this, you're not going to believe how incredibly easy it is to make. Actually, I take that back. You will believe it because you're about to see it.
Ooh.
So let's go ahead and get started on what's also referred to as a German pancake. And to do that, we're going to start by cracking 3 room temperature large eggs into a blender. And a quick tip here, I didn't have room temperature eggs. I forgot to take them out ahead of time. So all I did is put those eggs in a bowl of warm water for a couple minutes, and I had what were basically room temperature eggs. So just a little trick, cold eggs don't work quite as well in this recipe. And then after the eggs get cracked in, we're also going to need some room temperature milk. Actually, just microwave mine for like 10 seconds to take the chill off. So we'll dump in some milk. I'm also going to put a little bit of vanilla and a little pinch of salt. Some people like to put a little pinch of cinnamon or other spices. I don't, but that's really up to you. And then, of course, we're going to need some flour. And I sure hope when I pour this in, it doesn't wreck my shot. Well, that was unfortunate. We better switch to the ceiling cam. There we go. And believe it or not, that's it.
That's
Just a very, very simple batter.
That's it. Okay.
And we'll go ahead and take that over and blend this completely smooth.
You know what's crazy? You can tell this is an American because he's using a blender. A lot of the recipe that I've seen from the German people, they mostly use like their hands to cook. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of females that they still cook in Germany, they're very skinny, burning a lot of calories. Here in America, we use a blender.
By the way, this amount of batter is a little less than you get in a traditional Dutch baby recipe. And I will get into that on the blog a little bit. But anyway, we're going to blend that on high speed until it's very, very smooth. With this kind of stuff, it's usually not a bad idea to stop halfway through. Give it a little scrape down with the spatula, just to make sure there's no flour clumps stuck to the edge or to the bottom. But mine was in good shape, so I blended for a few more seconds. And once your batter is completely smooth, just turn it off and reserve until needed, which is going to be very soon. So once your batter is set, you're going to preheat a 10-inch cast iron skillet on very high heat. And when that pan is extremely hot, we're going to pour in about 2 or 3 tablespoons of clarified butter. Which, as you can see, I did not clarify very well. So I obviously had a little bit of water mixed in with this butter fat.
Actually,
Before that, I was rewarded
that angle looks very nice. Very nice. I have to give it to it.
with extreme splattering.
Yeah.
Seriously, a Dutch baby could have done a better job of clarifying that butter. So I could have probably edited that out. But you know I secretly like showing you my screw-ups. But anyway, we're going to dump in some clarified butter. And then we're going to go ahead and pour our batter right into the center. And if your pan was properly heated, it should really bubble up like that. And at that point, we're going to very, very carefully transfer this into the center of a 425-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until it looks like this. It should be well browned and extremely, extremely poofy. Oh, by the way, if any of your guests are going to be gramming this, which, by the way, is what us cool kids call Instagramming these days, or so I've been told by cool kids. But if you do want to catch it in its most vertically impressive state, you're going to want to be right there when it comes out of the oven. And at that point, we're going to finish this off in traditional style with some butter, lemon, and sugar. And by the way, I like to leave it right in the pan for 2 reasons. It's going to keep it nice and hot, plus you're going to get these incredible sound effects as you finish this off. So first up, we're going to drizzle on and brush over some melted butter, which, as I just mentioned, sounds very cool. And you can also hear how crisp that surface gets as I'm brushing this on. So we'll do a generous application of butter, followed by the juice of half a lemon. By the way, I'm using a Meyer lemon, a very sweet, delicious type of lemon. Try to use that if you can find it. And again, we're getting those incredibly enticing sound effects.
That's hot. That pan is hot. That pan is hot. But it looks very nice. Now, I've been thinking to do something similar to this, very keto friendly. So I'm gonna have to look for something that can substitute that flour.
And then after the fresh lemon, we're going to finish off with some powdered sugar. We're going to want a very, very generous dusting. Remember, there's no sugar in the batter, so powder it good. And once we've done that, our Dutch baby is officially done.
Wow,
that's
that
pretty
was not
impressive
bad.
looking. So let me go in and cut a little wedge to try.
Yeah.
And they say one of these 10-inch pans will produce 4 portions, which is pretty close. They're only off by 2. But of course, portion size is up to you. You're the mother of this Dutch baby. And you'll be the one that decides what's best for this delicious child.
Wow.
You can really see in this shot the magic of the Dutch baby. It's that play between the crispy and the custardy.
Yep.
And if this was just Michelle and I, we'd eat right out of this pan. But let me plate one up so I can take a few extra pictures and also go in for the official taste. And of course, if you do plate it up, no reasonable person would have a problem with you drizzling over a little more butter, a little more lemon, maybe a little more powdered sugar. And above and beyond the great textures here, this has a beautiful crepe-like flavor that would be equally as delicious with different toppings. We went with the traditional lemon butter sugar here.
This is basically a dessert, an easy dessert to make.
But any kind of fruit syrups, fresh fruit, maple syrup, etc. will totally work here. And of course, if you're a real player, you're already brainstorming dozens of alternative sweet and savory variations, which I assume if they come out amazing, you'll share with me, so I can take some credit. That's only fair. All right? So I really do hope you give these a try. Head over to foodwishes.com for all the ingredient amounts and more info as usual. And as always, enjoy.
Ooh, nice chord at the end. So, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, I don't know if this is real, like German pancake, right? It says Dutch baby recipe, how to make Dutch babies, German pancake. It might be real, right? I think I'm trying, when it comes down to sugar, I'm almost cut off sugar out of my like regular white sugar out of my diet. So I'm gonna have to figure out something where I can still try some of the sugar, but I can substitute it with some of the stevia sugar, which is very light. It's very light. I have a package, probably a 30 ounces package of stevia sugar, and but the thing about the stevia sugar is it doesn't really taste the same. It's very bitter flavor. But I might try that. I might have to find like egg white powder, which is very expensive, but it's very good. But it will give you that puffiness to it. That's something else I was thinking to do as well. But very nice recipes. I'm gonna like this guy. His stuff is very good. 10 years, wow. He's been in the business for quite some time. I'm Dutch, and I can confirm that this is in fact how we produce our Dutch children. Whoa, okay. But when they say Dutch baby recipe, a German is Dutch meaning German, right? Or just Dutch the country? What? I don't get it. I'm Dutch, and I'm pretty sure this is not what our baby looks like. But when they say Dutch, isn't that Dutch German? Isn't that Dutch German? You translate that to English German, but I know the Dutch people are not. Whatever. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now I'm confused. In the meantime, guys, I'll see you in the next one.